Okay, a couple of videos ago, I put in a list in L1 of some numbers. And so what I want to do is I want to make a box and whisker plot. And a box and whisker plot is basically, it's a graphic way to kind of show like a 5-number summary. And we'll talk about that. We've done 5-number summaries before, but I want to show you guys how to graph a box and whisker plot. So the way that we do that is I'm going to go to plots, and I'm going to turn on plot number 3. And a box and whisker plot can be, there's 2 options. This one would kind of think about outliers and toss the outliers out. But this is the box and whisker plot that I want. And basically, you're going to have your minimum value, your maximum value, your first quartile, your second quartile, and then the average all listed. So I'm going to choose that. Once I select that option, then I'm going to use the X list L1, although I could use L2, L3, whatever. And since I don't have a frequency distribution, I'm just going to leave it as the frequency one. In other words, the values that are in L1 are the only thing that I'm concerned with. I am going to change the color though, because I don't know, magenta seems cool. And so now I'm going to hit enter. And before I started to record the video, I did turn off all the other plots. And you know what though, let me just double check and make sure, yep. So now I'm going to hit zoom, option number 9 for zoom stat. Oh, you know what, I guess let me go back and do this one more time. So I'm going to hit second, plot. Did I turn that plot on? I set it up, but I forgot to turn it on. So we're going to go to plot 3 and then turn it on. So now if I hit zoom stat, boom. And so if I hit trace, the median is 22. The first quartile is 19.5. The minimum value is 12. And then the third quartile is 25. And then the maximum value is 29. And that's pretty much it. It's a 5-number summary, basically. Now if I go back, let's do one other thing. I want to show you the difference between the 2 of these. If I go back and I choose this option, this one, then it gives me an option of how to mark the outliers. Now if I hit zoom stat, it changes it a little bit. Here, the minimum value is the same, the quartile is the same, the median's the same, the third quartile is the same, the max is the same. It looks like we didn't have any extreme outliers, but what that would do is it would take some outliers. There's some test as to whether something's an outlier or not, and it'll toss the outlier out and would show it graphically as a couple of dots, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. Okay, so that's how you graph a box and whisker plot for a list.